Here's the scintillating conversation that we had during the break. The Buccos half game out of a wild card spot right now. 9 teams, a game and a half out of or in second place in the wild card standings in the NL right now. It is wild out there. If the Pirates had a playoff series starting, let's say a week from now, who gets the ball game 1? Paul Skeens or Mitch Keller?
Jared Jones.
What?
Jared Jones. Because if I could steal that first game with Jared Jones, I know what's coming behind him. I would start, it's crazy, I would start Jared Jones, and then I would have Skeens and then Keller. Because I wouldn't want to, if I could steal that first game, then that sets me up for creating that momentum for my 2 ace pitchers. But if I lost that first game with, say, Keller on the mound, and then had Skeens that would win, and then it'd be 1-1, and then have Jones, and then maybe it'd be 1-2.
That's interesting.
Like, I would hope that I could steal that first game with Jones, and then I would know that those 2 behind him, we are going to go up either 2-1 or.
And if it's a wild card series, 2-1 wins the thing.
Exactly.
Man, that's interesting, because you could also make the argument if you go Keller Skeens or Skeens Keller.
Now, this is just hypothetical.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Like, they wouldn't probably do that, but in my mind, I would be like, I need to steal a game, and Jared, I need that one game out of you. Go steal this game. Go be a dog. Go get this game. This is your time. You're going to get the ball. Here, I'm going to shine it off. Here, you get to start this series. And then I know it's coming behind them, and so does the other team.
Yeah,
That's
you either win that game and you put
lose.
yourself in the big-time driver's seat, or if you lose it, well, you're going to turn to those 2 guys.
Yep.
When you first said Jared Jones, I'm thinking, how?
Yep.
Like, what's the logic in that? Very well reasoned. I would actually go with Mitch Keller in game 1. He has pitched to a better ERA than Skeens since Skeens has been called up. You really can't go wrong here.
Yeah, right.
Because your rotation is so good. This series against Cincinnati, they pitched the ever-loving you-know-what's out of them. I mean, this was a really well-pitched series, and you have to control the running game with those guys. The whole staff, including the bullpen, did a great job this series. I'm going with Keller, though, because he's going to give you a great chance to win, and he is your best chance to keep the bullpen fresh for the rest of the series. Again, I don't think you can really quibble with any of these guys. I love the logic on Jared Jones, actually. I really do. I'm going with Keller, though, because if one guy's going to go 8 or could go 8 and they'd allow to go 8, it'd be him.
It'd be him, yeah.
And so then, okay, you go, if all things go according to plan, Mitch Keller and then David Bednar finishes it off. Or maybe Mitch could go the distance. He's at least got that ability, and he has the leash to be able to do that. And then your bullpen's fresh for the rest of the series. The conversation, I think, is a good one. But I think because we are having the conversation, the Pirates are in a place that they haven't been in so long. You could have that conversation in 13, 14, and 15. A.J. Burnett, Francisco Liriano, Garrett Cole. Wow. Since then, you haven't been able to have that conversation. Joe Musgrove's going to get the ball. Or last year, Mitch Keller obviously is going to get the ball. Now there's a debate. It just makes me so hungry for them to get into this thing. Now, you get in. We are not the only ones saying it.
Right.
Buster Olney has said it. We talked to Brett Boone the other day. He said it. Jeff Passan has said it. Anybody with a platform who watches Major League Baseball in its totality has said, don't let the Pirates get in or they will cause problems.
Well,
and it's because of this starting pitching.
Yeah, you got the hardest thing kind of figured out right now, at least.
Don't they?
Right?
How cool is that?
Yeah, you got the hardest thing figured out. I mean, there's a lot of teams in Major League Baseball that wish they had 3 guys like the Pirates do. And teams, they recognize that it's not, you're not either, coming into PNC Park and it's just going to be a walk through the park, or the Pirates are flying to, L.A., it's not going to be a walk in the park there either. Like,
no.
That you're going to have to face one of those guys.
And we haven't even talked about Bailey Falter,
right?
Who, look, a fly ball pitcher against the Dodgers, we saw what that looked like here. And it is mostly a pitcher-friendly ballpark. I would say PNC Park. But out in L.A., that's a pitcher-friendly ballpark. Like, I wouldn't want him going against the Phillies at Citizens Bank. I don't know that I'd love Bailey Falter against the Reds at Great American Bandbox Ballpark. But in the right spots, Bailey Falter could also give you a good performance come a playoff series. And you're really probably going to need 4 starters because you can repeat starters too with days off. They get in, they got a shot.
No doubt.
That was the Fan Morning Show Twitter poll. We'd like you to vote. Who's the ace? Who would you start in game 1 of a playoff series, a hypothetical playoff series? And I only put up Keller and I only put up Skeens. But Dorin raises a really good argument on Jared Jones.